Hi, today we're going to talk about some ways that you can do sharing between iPads. Okay, so let me pull up uh, some possible ways that this could look like. So in talking about sharing between iPads, I should first say that this is not the only way to set up a classroom to share information. You could also, for instance, have an Apple TV connected to a screen, and you can have the iPad screen sent to the Apple TV. You can also send from the iPad screen to a Mac laptop or desktop if you use the app's Reflector or Air Server. Okay, but we're not going to be talking about those in this particular screencast. In this one, what we're going to be talking about is how to share between iPads. So the teacher has an iPad and the student has an iPad. Okay, so I've laid out some possible ways that this can happen. Okay, one is to take a if you've done some, so let's think about, we're talking about math mostly. If you've done some work, you could take screenshots of the work that you've done and you can share that. That's what's in that first box there. The second box, share your Scratch work directly via Baiboard or Whiteboard. That's the one that we're going to be talking about in the rest of this cast, but let me just mention the others. You can record your explanation with Show Me, EduCreations, or a similar thing, and then share the link to it. Okay. Also, the teacher could choose to use something like Nearpod, deploy a free sketch, and that would allow you to do your Scratch work, and Nearpod would automatically collect the responses for the teacher. Okay, so let's get back to this one, sharing your Scratch directly via Baiboard or Whiteboard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my home screen, and here's Baiboard down here at the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open that up. Okay, because I've used this before, I have something available under recent boards, but if you didn't, you could just create a new board. Okay, either of those things is fine. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and just use the board that I've been using. So I'm going to click on recent boards. So if I tap that, it gives me the option of opening a recent one. I'm going to do that. Join or retrieve. Okay, and you can see I've got some work here that I've done in the past. And I'm just going to clear that out. And if I hadn't wanted this here, I could have, started a new board. But I'm going to go ahead and do this since I've got it already. Okay. Okay, so let's just say that we're working with a fairly straightforward question. Let's say the question is, how many yards are in 1 mile? Okay, so let's see. If I got 1 mile, and I know that there's 5,280 feet. Okay. If I remembered that. If I didn't remember it, of course, I can leave this board, go and look it up with Safari or Google or whatever, and then come back. But I remember it, so let's put that down. And then there's 3 feet for every 1 yard. Okay. So all this is going to be is just a division. So if I do 3 into 5,280, and I could do this a long way, or I could leave this app, open a calculator, compute it, and come back. But let's go ahead and do it this way. So it's 1, 7, and then 6, and I can see the 6 is going to come out even, and I've got a 0. So my answer would be 1,760 yards. Okay. Okay, so now I've got all this work done. What I can do is now invite the teacher to view my work. If I go look up here, okay, this is where I can invite someone to a board. So it gives me quite a few options. I can email, I can print, and so forth. Okay. You also see that I have invite participants as an option under this menu here. Okay. So let's see. Let's suppose that I go invite participants here, and I choose, let's say, iMessage. Okay. Then it starts an iMessage, and I can send it to whoever I want to send it to, and then click send, and it's all ready to go. Okay. And now the teacher, if they get this message from me, they can go ahead and join this board, and they would see exactly this scratch work. And the beauty of this approach is that the board is still live, so I can continue drawing on it, and the teacher can also draw on it, point out certain things or comment on them by using a different color, say, to point to different parts of the work that's been done. Okay, thanks.